Welcome to the 7th installment in MoonPie's and NetStories.com's series on how to make money on YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about viral videos. More specifically, how to cash in when you have one. Now, I can't tell you how to film a viral video. I'm sure if you keep your camera or your webcam on your cat or your dog 24 hours a day, you're going to get a sneezing panda eventually out of your pet. Or if you have a cute kid or whatever the case is, or if you're a good-looking girl, obviously it doesn't take a lot of imagination to come up with ways to create something viral. But just as I've always said, hey, I always have a camera around because you never know what you're going to catch. I happened to catch a newsmaking moment, an exclusive newsmaking moment, a little over a month ago. I was at the last Dolphin home game of the season, and for some of you that have seen some of my videos where I shoot the players going in and out of the tunnel. Usually, they throw out wristbands and stuff like that. Our seats are they're right there where the players come out. Sometimes I've been able to talk to Michael Phelps, and yeah, he was actually at a Baltimore Ravens playoff game a couple years ago when they came over, and get to engage with some of the players every once in a while and stuff. Get some decent reactions. Obviously, most of the stuff normally isn't really newsworthy, but and I created the Tunnel Today channel, separate channel, to put some of these videos in, because I know a lot of people that were watching the MoonPie's video for these type of lessons were saying, hey, why are you putting all this football stuff there? It's not what I'm here for. But unfortunately, YouTube does not let, the YouTube partnership program doesn't let you monetize, doesn't let you add all these channels seamlessly. So I had to basically say, all right, I'm going to create this channel, but MoonPie's channel is the only one that I can actually put ads on. It's the only one that's qualified for the partner account. So I created the Tunnel Today video for some of the football videos, and here's where comes my video. I'm filming the Detroit Lions coming right out of the tunnel, coming out of the field and back into the tunnel after the game. And one of the first players into the tunnel is Lions starting center Dominic Raiola. And he basically tells fans in my section to suck my detective. To put it in family-friendly terms. And I'm blinking to the video. I'm going to annotate it here somewhere so you can see it. It's PG-13, so keep in mind it's obviously not for, offendable ears, but he does swear at the fan base, at the Dolphins fans, as the Detroit Lion is leaving the field. So I had a few things. First of all, I said, do I post this video? And obviously I'm thinking, this guy, I know how the league works. I'm not naive. They can get suspended, they can get fined. There can be a big media, backlash when players turn on the fans. And I looked up, this guy. This guy's, big, huge Hawaiian guy. Obviously, the last thing I want to do is upset anybody. That's not the kind of person I am. I'm not a whistleblower by nature. But I looked it up, and a couple years ago, he actually flipped off his own fans in Detroit when they were losing. So I think, hey, here's a guy who actually relishes maybe a little controversy, the fact that he may have a short wick at times. He plays it to his advantage. So it's not something that I would be like, wow, this, obviously I thought that maybe there may be a fine involved, there may be some kind of, league action involved. But I necessarily didn't think that it would be something that a rich football player, A, wouldn't be able to stomach, and B, he did it, I mean, I'm not the one that did it. I just happened to have the webcam on him, the video camera on him at the time when he did it. It's someone's actions. You don't blame a bank robber. Doesn't blame someone when they get caught on surveillance camera. They did the act. They got caught in the act. I just happened to be the camera at that point. So I said, all right, I'm going to put it up. And I said, what do I do with this? Where do I put it? The partnership program, the MoonPie's channel, which is part of the YouTube Partners program. There's rules. You can't really put up a swear, profane, I've seen them, they get away with it. Sometimes they bleep it, sometimes they don't. But a lot of people, they create second channels to get more risque. People like S&P Films, they create a second channel where they can take more chances on their content, just so they don't have to worry about getting their videos flagged by offensive ears. So I had this, and I said, well, I can either bleep it, and it's not going to be newsworthy because people are not going to know what it is, or I put it up and it may be newsworthy, but I'll have to put it at the Tunnel Today channel. So I ended up putting it on my Tunnel Today channel, and right away I figured, okay, this is going to be big. I know I have something big on my hands, but how do I get people to know this? Because my Tunnel Today channel has maybe 150, 160 subscribers, not the 4,300 that I have here on MoonPie's. And it's not that a lot of people are checking in on this, and not the kind of newsworthy people that were. So once I uploaded it, I immediately got on the websites of the four local, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox news affiliates for their local news departments. And I sent emails to 3 of the 4 of them. The 4th one I couldn't really figure out how to do. They didn't have a little option to send links to, when you catch news, send them the links to the videos and stuff like that. And I waited, and nothing really happened. But one thing I did before I went to sleep that night, this was Sunday night, the 26th, 27th? The 26th, yes. December 26th. I went over to cbssports.com, where I have a few fantasy football leagues that I'm in there. So I'm there quite a bit. And on the message boards, they were discussing the game, and I put the link there. Hey, did you catch Dominic Raiola on the way out of the game? And put the link. Boom. Now, I don't know if it was the NBC affiliate that I had emailed that contacted the national NBC Sports, or if the CBS Sports message started to go viral and people started to pass it around that way. But when I woke up the next morning, I had a bunch of video comments already, and Mike Florio from NBC Sports had blogged about it in his ProFootballTalk.com website, which is actually the NBC Sports. Pro Football Talk is the NBC Sports football website. And from there, it just took off. The Detroit Free Press blogged about it. Adam Schefter from ESPN tweeted about it with a link right to my Tunnel Today page. And then it started embedding videos on Deadspin.com, and even somehow on HuffingtonPost.com embedded that video. Now, I followed my own lessons here. I'd created a blog, I had a Tunnel Today blog I created when I opened that channel. So I had posted the link there, and then at the very top of that video, I had put the hyperlink, http://tunneltoday.com, and the name of the video that I had created at Blogger, where I have little ads there to see that'll at least one way to sort of monetize the process. Once I created that, I went back and I said, all right, I have this video that I can't put YouTube ads on. And it's not going to be popular much longer, because the Dolphins, a week later, they're playing the Patriots. A week later, the Lions were playing their season finale. It wasn't really going to matter. This was just the home finale for the Dolphins. I had to act quickly. So what I did is I followed one of my rules that I said about video responses. I cross video responsed it. I made the Tunnel Today video response of the full video. Now, yeah, what I did is I made the short video, which is 17 seconds of the actual swear played twice and then slowed down to make it a 17-second video. Would have been about 3 or 4 seconds before. Without that, I figured let me make it a little longer. And on the Moonpies channel, I put in the full 8-minute video, the whole 8 from beginning to end, which is just players walking in and out, and I bleeped out the expletive. And so I was able to put ads on the Moonpies channel, and on the Tunnel Today channel, find a way to bring traffic back to my Moonpies channel, flipping back and forth. So what happened here was I still had a problem. I still had these videos, Deadspin.com, HuffingtonPost.com, and people were posting it on other websites. They're just embedding the video, and I wasn't really monetizing that because there was no way for that to lead to anything. So I actually used the annotation feature, which I've used before here, on the Tunnel Today video, which now has 237,000 views, by the way, in the past month and change. Most of that happened in that first week. I think it hit 200,000 about a week and change, and now it's just been a little trickle. It's as I figured, it would be hot for a moment, like most viral videos are, and forgotten pretty much after that. But by putting that link, I put the link in to the original Moonpies video. I put, check out, Dominic Raiola, the censored version of this video. So if a station wanted to play the censored version, they could go over to my Moonpies channel and have a regular video. And it worked out well. My football videos, they usually get a decent amount of views sometimes. This one wound up getting 20,000, largely from the links that came from that 237,000 views that I had on this viral video. So could I have done things differently? Yeah, I probably could have. I should have contacted the local media. I should have gone to Detroit first, because I think this would have been a bigger story in Detroit. It would have had more lasting implications. This Dominic's on their team 24/7, 365 days a year. The Dolphins, once this game was over, no one cared about, oh yeah, the center sweared at the Dolphins fans leaving out the tunnel. We got to get worried, to go to New England for our final, getting crushed in the final game of the season. So there were these factors here where I should apply tactically, approach it differently. But I think the lessons here that if you had the videos that you could follow from this is one, find where the videos you think the video has, a viral video has a home. If it's your dog sneezing or whatever, find some pet lover video or something that you think pet website where it would work. If you happen to catch something that's newsworthy, contact the news things, but don't just settle for that. Tweet about it yourself, and hopefully get people to start retweeting that. Post it on your Facebook page, and hopefully some people start spreading it out that way. We live in very viral times. We live in these great Web 2.0 times where it's easy to create. If you have something that's newsworthy, or something that you think may be the next sneezing panda, or the next David after dentist, the platform is there, here, YouTube, to create it, find ways to get other people to view it. So this lesson may be weak because odds are that, most of you don't have a viral video in your hands, or something that, could go big, but you don't know how many times I've come across something that I go, wow, this video, I can't believe it has such few views. Not because it's a great video, because I see a lot of great videos that don't have a lot of views, but this video could have been a sensation, an internet sensation, and either it's a real hilarious comedy skit, or just something that, just caught this out of the ordinary. You don't know what's going to be the next double rainbow, but what you have to do is, when it happens, you have to cash in on it, and make it work. Start linking to it. Get the word out. And that's what I think I did with this video. Another thing that probably helped the video start up is the day after. I mean, the game was on Sunday, and because Mike Florio blogged about it at 9 in the morning the next day, by the afternoon press conference, the day after press conference, the Detroit Lions coach even addressed my video, saying that he had seen the video and that the team was going to handle it internally, and they were going to investigate it. And the end result is that Dominic got a $15,000 fine out of this. And obviously, I don't care how rich you are, and obviously I know he makes a lot of money. $15,000 is not what I wanted my video to take out of anybody, because I think, there'll come a point where, this is real money, even to someone who has a lot of money. But I think it was just a matter of, hey, if you catch something, as a whistleblower, you sort of have the responsibility to do it. I wasn't going to, someone told me, well, why don't you just call up his agent? And no. I mean, that's like blackmail, exploitation. No, this is the open world. This is the web. I believe in the open web, and this is what happens. So I just laid it out there, and everyone's forgotten about it. No one talks about this video anymore, obviously. And maybe there may come a point where Dominic blows up again, or some other football player that may refer, oh yeah, like Dominic Raiola did at in Miami back in December. But for the most part, it's a viral video that I had that I knew I had that very limited lifespan on it, and I had to not cash in necessarily, because I can't say I really made a lot of money on it. Obviously, nothing to offset the fine that Dominic got. But I think it's if you ever have a Dominic video, hopefully a viral video, it isn't going to cost someone a fine. You can come up with ways like what I've done, outlined, to get it promoted, get it out there, and just get it noticed, because some of the best videos on YouTube never get noticed, and you may have one. Or if you don't have one, you may have one at one time in the future. And I hope this video helps. Obviously it's very specific to my case, but I think just going through examples like this of how people were able to monetize their videos and cash in on these situations can probably help you in the future. So thank you. There's a longer lesson than I thought, because I just went overboard on the story behind what happened at the game and everything. But I'll be back soon, a lot sooner than you think. I'm going to try to get a lot more lessons out over the next few weeks. So do stay close. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching this video for this long. And may the next viral video be yours.